what inspired you to do this artwork?
Well, you know, I'm a drummer for many, many years, and one day I was just out for a walk, and out of nowhere, this idea popped in my head. I thought if I take sticks, dip them in paint, and play on canvas, I'd create something.
That's awesome.
That's how it started.
And how long have you been doing this? How many years?
I'm doing it for 22 years now.
22 years, awesome. And what's your name?
My name is Georgie LaHoop.
And how can people find your artwork on the internet?
You know, I have an Etsy site. It's just my name.
So, what inspired you to pursue your artwork?
My first job out of college, I worked for a gentleman who grew bonsai, and I fell in love with doing it back then. And later on, we bought a place where we had a couple acres, so I started growing them myself. And now that I'm in early retirement, I'm doing it full time. I really enjoy the work, yeah. Just growing plants, yeah.
That's awesome. And how long have you been doing this artwork for?
I started doing it in probably 1991.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And bonus question, what's the hardest part about taking care of a bonsai tree? Well, what's your number one suggestion to new owners?
To be educated on what the plant's needs are. Buying the right plant for the right place is the most important thing.
All right, thank you, sir. And what's your name?
David Owens.
And how can people find your artwork on the internet?
I'm on Nottingham Bonsai.
So what inspired you to pursue your artwork?
Well, you know, maybe in some past life, I spent my whole life chasing after money and accumulating things for myself. In this life, I accumulate things, but mostly they're things I make myself and nobody will buy. I am interested in seeing with my eyes and hearing with my ears and thinking with my own brain and tasting things with my own mouth. I'm not hearing what other people want me to do with all those senses, not surrendering those senses to some weird new binary future where we have to adapt to computers so that we'll be better in service to something that's not natural at all. I think everything old is new again, and one of the ways you open that door to being just present is being in the presence of an artwork, of something that moves you. So I found particularly with masks that when you walk into the room with a mask on, everyone looks at you. Everyone is there in that moment trying to figure out what's going on here because it's unusual and it wakes people up. And so I studied the theater. I thought what my interests were leading me toward being in the theater, but it turned out to be such a narcissistic thing to do.